Hello, I'm Olivier Deriviere. Welcome in this tutorial video called How Did I Do? It's a video series on how did I score a specific sequence on a game. Today it's going to be Remember Me, and the sequence is The Fight. For those who don't know the gameplay mechanic, I need to explain. You have to approach enemies, so a group of enemies, and in order to kind of beat them in the right way, you need to do combos. And a combo is a progression of moves that you need to do in a specific sequence. So you can do one combo, then a second combo, then a third combo in a row. And the more you do, the bigger your punch and kicks will be. How do you do this with music? How do you support this with music? Knowing that combos are the core of the gameplay mechanic, but also you have special moves, you have states such as you're running out of life, or you're getting, hacked by somebody, or you're hacking somebody. There are many different situations within a fight, so it's very organic. And although it's organic and systemic, and it depends on all what you're doing, there is in the music some narrative. Because I believe that whatever you do, you need to put some meaning at the right moment, of course. Here we go. So we start with the idea of doing combos. And combos are, in terms, of speed, how long it is, it depends on the players. So we didn't know how long the player would take to do a combo. The only thing that we would know is the longer the combo, the longer the music, of course. So the main aspect was that we didn't want the combo to be too repetitive, but also to be very flexible. So the thing is that what I did in terms of composition was all the combos are at the same key. So when I say all the combos, it's because what I did is I wrote 5 different combos of 8 bars for each. And the thing is that the structure of each combo is the same. So we're going to listen to the mockup, and on the right side, you're going to have the actual score. So that's the mockup. That's combo 1. Listen to combo 2, how close the structure is. Pa, pa. Pa, pa. So in a way, it's like a 4-bar progression to a second 4-bar progression. So it's like 8 bars doing a sort of A prime. Okay. Now let's listen to combo 5. Just to. Pa pa. Pa pa. So as you can hear, it's very similar in terms of structure. Yet the agitation of the orchestra is different, of course, but the same key and the same structure. So the thing is, you can go from one combo to another in a totally random way. So now let's go in Wwise and see how it's done. So I have those 5 combos that you can see up there in Cubase. And now you can see them here. That's the 5 combos. So that's a layer, and we might talk a little bit about this later. So combo 1, if I play it from Wwise, is here. And now everybody is asking why it doesn't sound the same. Okay, let's go back to Cubase and listen to the mockup, to the live orchestra, or maybe to the mockup with manipulation, then the live orchestra, and then the full mix. Because this is how I did for Remember Me. We wanted the music to be very futuristic, but also to keep a sort of an aspect of the 19th century as much as it is for Neo-Paris, the city where it's happening. You know, you have some very old buildings in the future, and so the orchestra was meant to be this, and of course the manipulation was to give this sort of sci-fi feel, but also to tell the fact that people during, you know, on Remember Me in this world, you can hack, manipulate, change memories. So it's all very meaningful. So here's the mockup without the manipulation. You've heard it. Now let's listen it with the manipulation. Now let's listen to the live recording of this without the manipulation. Sounds much better. Now with the manipulation. And finally, the full mix with the drum beat and all the electronic around. So let's go back to Wwise. Now we have combo 2, combo 3, combo 4, combo 5, and now it's in what we call a random continuous sequence. And basically, when you're in combo, what's happening is Wwise will choose randomly to go from one combo to another. Very, very powerful tool. I was so amazed. So it was great because now if you start a combo, you don't know which one's going to start, then it doesn't sound each time the same sort of feeling. You know, it's always difficult when you're a gamer and the repetition becomes annoying. Like, oh, I know what the music will be like and things like this. So the way I've organized is now kind of obvious. You can see that all of the different actions you can do and get, you know, in the game are now, you know, have been written, and you see how separated all of these sequences are. It's all the same BPM, no problem. Yet, concerning harmony, because as I said, the combos were very, very same harmony. You know, no change, same root note. But the only thing was it would get boring and without sort of a contrast. If going from this state of combo to another state, you wouldn't get a different sort of flavor, a different sort of color, you know? And harmony is very critical for this. So to do this, it was when, let's say, the player is in combo and then he gets hit, or he just, pull back. He's like, I don't want to fight anymore because he's getting hurt too much. He wants to, gain some health. So he goes away. So music has to go from combo to what we call the wait. But to do so, we needed to have some what we call transition. And those transition are here. And you're going to see how, it affects the harmony. So I'm going to play the full mix. So that's a transition from a player that is going, from combo to stop fighting. You see? So the harmony changes. But let's listen to another wait. Once again, different harmony than on wait 2. Same thing on wait 3. You see, and once again, those wait that are, I'm pretty sure, here. No, they're not here because it's been a long time. Transition to wait. Here you go. So here they are. And Wwise will choose randomly which one will, start. Or so let's simulate the game and see how it goes from, wait, from combos to wait. So I'm now in combo. And I step back. I'm waiting. And now, because we didn't want the player to feel sort of, overwhelmed by the music, he's not doing anything. And it's like nothing's happening. And once he's got back into the action, listen. And then he says no. Then he says yes. Then he says no. Wow. Same wait. That was unfortunate, but let's do it. See, it's very seamless. You don't feel the action, going from the combo to the wait. Musically speaking, I mean, it's acceptable. I mean, there is no like, oh, wow, the transition is too harsh. It's very fluid. But also, the fact that you change the harmony is great because you change the sort of overfeel. And when you go back to the B flat from the combo section, then yeah, you're back to the action. So let's listen to another sort of manipulated sequence, such as a special move called, that's funny. Let's do the overload. So overload are when you grab somebody and you want to hack his system when you fight. And let's listen to the mockup. That's, of course, with the manipulation. Let's do it again without the manipulation, mockup only. Here you go with the live section without manipulation. And with the manipulation. Let's listen to this third one without the manipulation. Great orchestra. with the manipulation. So, let's fake the fact that you're in combo, and then you do an overload, then you wait, and you go back to combo. Did you hear what happened? If you listen carefully, from combo to overload, the music signature, sometimes in video games, you need to be immediately in sync with what's happening. So you don't care about the time signature, you don't care about anything, you do care about the feeling of the players. And the second thing is, if you don't do something strong enough in terms of contrast between the two, then the players won't feel it. So you have sometimes to sacrifice music expression to make sure that the gameplay impression works great. So all of those transition in Wwise has been made here. And I really love the way Simon Ashby from Audio Kinetic shows during some of his talks on Wwise. He's using a diagram that he created because he analyzed what I did, and here is his diagram. And it's not about how crazy we went for transition. It's much more about did the players felt the right intentions when we wanted them to feel engaged, rewarded, or scared, or anything like this. Now, I talked about narrative inside a systemic mechanic. And with Remember Me, there are two main narratives for the fights. The first one is when you get hurt so bad that your energy is going so low that you switch to, of course, a scary point. And the music goes to this sort of, low life state. So you see, it's very intense. But the thing is, you need to do combos that would heal you, and then you'll go back to a normal health state. And what I really wanted to do was to put inside the fact that Nilin is coming back to the action. Nilin is the main character. That I put a very, very short and far idea of the main theme, her theme. So from low life to combo, if you look at the transition here, there is something called a transition segment. So low life to combo here. And that's the one. From hurt to combo. And this is what's going to happen. Before listening to combo, you're going to hear this transition segment. So let's listen to low life. And if you have a good ear, then you heard a voice saying, "Remember me." So this segment is right here. Listen. So that's one of the narrative that is in the game. And finally, the big sequence. So let's do it first with the combo. With the mockup. The God mode. God mode is how I called this state where you do so many combos after one after another that you become God. And I wanted the music to express this. So that's another theme of Remember Me being played when you're you're so good. This is what happens. Without the manipulation, listen carefully. Now, where's the manipulation on the actual live orchestra? So for people that are wondering, that were wondering about those sort of passages without sort of notes. So if you look around those moments where the orchestra is not playing, it's where the actual manipulation happens. If you look at here, you'll see that all the sort of holes are where the manipulation happens. When you work with manipulation, you don't want manipulation to be just an effect. You want the manipulation to be part of the actual composition. And this is, I think, a great example of, merging digital processing with actual, live music, because one without the other feels weak, and that's the beauty of it. It's a score where manipulation is an instrument. So now let's see the combo system and how you go from the combo to the God mode. So this is where this extra layer comes in. There is what we call an RTPC right here that will ramp up. The more combo you do, the more you get this. And this is just a layer that does that. So you don't hear it if you're not good, but the better you are, the more you're going to do it. Hear it. But then, why is this? It's because it's also a great way to do a transition from the combo to the God mode. Let's listen to the result.